So, hi guys, I got the books back and I'm very excited. I cannot wait for this book to be released. I know it was supposed to be out today, Father's Day, right? But you have to bear with me. You have to bear with me. This last month, I got the books back 6 weeks ago. And I thought they would be out before Father's Day. But a lot of things has been going on. Like my mom was sick, like little things, nothing major. Like God got me. Y'all don't gotta worry about me for nothing. Like God killed people that come against me. Really, He does. I've seen it. You could go on my Facebook page and ask my friends that been with me from childhood. People that come against me, they get crazy illnesses and die. They just die, and don't let me put their name on the bottom of my shoe because they die quick, real quick. I don't know. Some people, my husband said I'm a witch. Whatever, I'm a good witch for God. But it's something I heard in the church when I was a kid, and I practiced it, and it worked, and I'm glad it works because people need to be leave this earth if they bad. Okay, so justifiable mommy side. White slavery and the U.S. secret war on millions of white children by the CPS family DV courts industrial complex. And the book is basically about all of the fake rescue missions that been going on for the last 40 years and all of the DUPE process that's been going on that have led to genocide and mothers losing their children for frivolous, dubious, and nonsensical reasons. And in the process of these fake kangaroo court proceedings, we identified that 99.9% of these children of mommy's side are ended up in child porn. They are being sex trafficked by judges in U.S. family courts all across the nation, in pretty much every state. Some states are known for more things than others, which we talk about in the book, like Arizona is known for their Safe Kidnapping Act. And all of these current policies over the last 25 years were implemented by the Clintons, who who have a major hand in creating white slavery. And if you look at all of their acts that their pedophile friendly acts, their pedophile supportive acts, and their like Hillary Clinton wrote the blueprint on how to rape children and get away with it. And those things are discussed in the book. I even discussed if you visit any of these ritual abuse conferences, super soldier conferences, the Clintons' names as far as their victims coming out and speaking of them, raping them, sex trafficking them, involved in child sacrificing in their rituals. Is big. It's big. I'm going to attend the ritual abuse conference this year. And also David Icke, we've been thinking he been like cuckoo and stuff. He's like a prophet. So y'all better start gathering together and exposing these crimes against humanity that's happening in the courts. These judges are demons. They're agents for Lucifer, bringer of light, the Illuminati. We see MK Ultra in 99.9% of the children that are stolen. We have over 10,000 case studies, and my contributing author Melissa Barnett has 10,000 of her own moms that she met that's going through this, and this is just a fraction of the tens of millions of moms who have lost their children as a result of the hidden agendas and the new world orders that's going on inside of these courts. These honorable humanitarian devil advocate judges are all involved in this sex trafficking of children. Family court is the #1 supplier of child porn. Their MK Ultra did not disappear 40 years ago. It went into these courts and it's covered up in a bunch of booby traps and con games and scams that's ran on unwitting, unknowing moms to steal their children. I don't like to get upset because this shit is evil. It's pure evil. Pure evil. But these judges are the new handlers for MK Ultra. Mother said, oh, it's the gal, it's the AFCC. No, the judges give the orders to remove these children, and they burying evidence, they're tampering with evidence, they're manipulating crime, they're the Hillary Clinton blueprint when she got away with the people off from raping that 12-year-old girl, which was a satanic ritual, which they don't say. Satanism is not mentioned, and it's in 99% of these cases. Devil worshiping, it's in it. Just stop hiding it. The media is our enemy. They're involved in the cover up, but this is a national and global crimes against humanity. This is domestic terrorism that we are experiencing in these courts, and the family court judges also serve in criminal court, so they know what they're doing. Judge Glenn Salter out in California, sex trafficking, Dr. Dylan's daughter, and you have Esther Morgenstern, sex trafficking children here in New York. It's in New Jersey. It's in Connecticut. It's a lot of women judges. That serve in Lucifer. Sex trafficking children, selling children to kiddie villages, sleeper type prisons, where these children are, soon as they leave their moms for fraudulent reasons, they're being sexually assaulted. They're being sexually abused. 99% of the children. That's another reason why I refused to go back to court for my son, because I didn't want him caught up in all of these therapeutic sex trafficking services, these therapeutic kook and quack services by the AFCC and all the CRC and the fake child support agencies that are. We have more children in poverty since these agencies been in place than we had before. The Clintons is very scary. People need to wake up and do their research. Arizona Wilder done put them in sex trafficking rings. Kathy O'Brien, that's Hillary rape victim. Another story came out today with Before It News with Stu Webb, who've been speaking out against them for years. I heard about these stories from since I was a child. My father's from Arkansas, and I never believed them. And my dad was a victim of MK Ultra. They did sex experiments on him and MK Ultra experiments, electrocution experiments on him when he was a child, and it made him crazy. Mental illnesses, 90% of the mental illnesses is from sex trauma and abuse. Is not from genetics. That's fake. Tavistock knew from the 1900s and before that. But I'm talking about Tavistock put a system in place in America to torture, mind war, psychological warfare, and everything. So to mess us up. And so people be thinking that mental illness is genetic and stuff. It's learned behavior. We have a lot of these CPS agencies creating fake foster parents that are nothing more than handlers, that are, you always hear like the child starved to death. CPS, ACS was in a home and the child starved to death. That's all MK Ultra. You got to start paying attention to the signs. ACS was in a home, but the child was murdered. But I know even like with Miles Dobson, a case here in New York, that was a ritual abuse style murder. The transgender cut off his penis, froze him, beat him, viciously beat him. The same type of beatings and torture you hear about in satanic ritual abuse that's happening in the children that's stolen from the courts. MK Ultra did not disappear. The judges, the lawyers, CPS, the fake nonprofits, the fake rescue missions, Catholic priests, politicians, the Bushes, the Clintons, the Cheneys, all involved in sex trafficking and sacrificing children. We need to wake up. We need to stop. I talk about all of it in my book. I don't hold back. This is Boys Town Part 2, John Benet Ramsey Part 2, Michael Aquino, Satanic Military Exposure Part 2, and all the moms that sent me stories for the deadlines that I had. I entered as much stories as I could, but I did break the book down into medical kidnapping, safe kidnapping act, another act Clinton put into effect. The Clintons, who's nothing but Luciferians, that Illuminati bring a light shit, devils, demons, the selling children to the prison, Guantanamo babies, using children as lab rats, the MK Ultra and satanic ritual abuse is in the book. I have my contributor Melissa Barnett. I put her story in. You know, they trying to, the mothers that speak out, they try and jail us, they try and kill us, some of the moms that they have killed. And this is the ending of America. We are one nation under Satan, and the good people, the 99%, have to stand up and kill these fuckers. They all deserve to die. They all deserve to die. The world would be a better place without these warmongers and custody warmongers that has mass incarcerated millions of white children, black children, brown children, red children, yellow children, and created the slave system. Like, we gotta wake up, and I'm not afraid. If I gotta go chill with God, then I'll be fighting from that dimension. But we have to do something. I mean, the poison in the water is not by accident. Poison in the vaccines is not by accident. Creating weather machines is not by accident. All this GMO foods, all this shit been written. What is it? Robert Welch talked about this from 1958. William Guy Carr from the 1940s. He even wrote a book called Pawns in the Game. How these Luciferian agents was going to into every sector of that eugenics tree in government, and how they were going to put their wrath on us. And Satan's time is up. It's up. So they trying extra hard to come at us. Poison in the water is one way. The chemtrails in the air is another way. Is good. They killed all of those vaccine doctors. Not vaccine but the doctors that were speaking out against vaccines, and how the vaccines was causing cancer, which I knew that from 20 years ago when we first started nursing school. When I first graduated, 3 babies had died and they had called it cis, and I said I would never give children vaccinations in my life. And some adults, I tried to talk out of vaccinations, and they be like, well, you're not a doctor, you're a nurse. And I'm like, okay, stick your arm out, let me stick you. Boom. So when you get cancer and all of that other stuff, and lupus, allergies, your children get ADHD, autism, it's up to you. Stop going to those well baby setups. Not well baby checkups, well baby setups. Do not take a baby to a doctor unless the baby is sick. Then take the baby to the emergency room and get the care, and that is it. If they ask you, do you is the child been vaccinated? Just tell them yes. My children are not vaccinated. My baby over there. And I know a lot of, when I grew up, it was a lot of 5% nation people, and they didn't vaccinate their children. And I was alarmed, but then I had remembered the babies had died and stuff. And they caught this SID, so I was like, but I know people, children is 20, 30 years old, never been vaccinated, and we have our own autoimmune system. And if I'm vaccinated with a force field around me, a non-vaccinated child shouldn't be able to harm me because I'm vaccinated, right? Yeah, so people don't get it. I'm tired. It's a whole entire troll industry, Luciferian industry of shills, agents, puppets, handlers that is all involved. It's millions of people that know the hidden agendas that's in place to how to kill off, families, and they hate Christians. How to kill off families and how to kill off mothers and how to steal out children and MK Ultra and all of that stuff. It's a whole shills and agents of Lucifer out here. So when you hear people talking crazy and mean and attacking people that don't agree with them because we don't want to put formaldehyde and thimerosal in our children that cause autism, mercury, thimerosal, a derivative, when we don't want to do that, like, look at these people. When these people is throwing up those Luciferian signs and doing all of that, those are agents of Lucifer. Let them know that they are agents of Lucifer. It's millions of videos out here on YouTube. It's millions of blogs now and information. The information is out there. You don't have to be stupid anymore. You don't have to be ignorant. I mean, if you want to keep your head in the sand, keep your head in the sand. Just do it. But don't come at people that are well researched, well educated, well knowledgeable, that are conscious of the tricks and the scams and the con games and the booby traps that's being used against us to harm us and kill us. So don't be mad at us. Don't be mad at us. Okay, so this is God's girl talking to you. Don't forget, get your book and give me to the 4th of July now, okay? And I promise you'll be happy. And this is a book that's going to save the world. I write to save the world. I don't write. It'd be good if I make some money and stuff too, because I have to help. I had moms living with me, and I moved into a really tiny house. I just moved back from Georgia, 6,500 square feet to 1,200 square feet. But I love New York, and I'm happy that I moved back. So, stay in touch. I'm going to keep you updated. July 4th. If it got typos in it, just send me emails. I don't care. But I think trying to make the perfect book, which one of my researchers is like, Aleah, you trying to make the perfect book, and the information is needed now. So stop trying to, so if it's not, the book is awesome. The book is amazing. The book is amazing. But you're going to be so happy. She's like this chick really tried to save the world. She really tried to save the world with her book. So, have a good day and a good night, and July 4th. Thank you. Bye.